Hello guys, welcome back again to my video. So in this video, we're going to plot the nav213 Aplan 1. So first, we're going to read the scenario description. So the scenario description says that at 14:30 the vessel is at the vicinity of the southern port of Panay Island with rising tide and on course of 278 degrees through with a speed of 10 knots. The OOW observed two lighthouses at the same time. The La Libertad lighthouse bears at 90 degrees relative, while the Pusho Point lighthouse bears at 30 degrees relative. After 40 minutes, the Pusho Point lighthouse bears 60 degrees true distance at 3.2 nautical miles, and the OOW altered the course to 16 degrees true by 10 knots again. At 15:54, Nasong Point lighthouse bears 30 degrees relative, and after 30 minutes, Nasong Point lighthouse bears 90 degrees relative. So here are the performance criteria that we need to do in this plotting. So keep watching this video. Now the first thing we need to do is to consider the relative bearings of this lighthouse, these two lighthouses. So first we need to write uh, the speed of the vessel at 14:30. The vessel is at 278 degrees true by 10 knots. And then we have here it at the La Libertad. It has a 90 degrees relative. Since we cannot compute this we cannot plot this kind of bearing because it is relative, so we have to add a 278 degrees true, and we got 8 degrees true relative true bearing to that Libertad lighthouse. The next will be the Pusho Point. We have a 30 degrees relative plus 278 degrees true. We have 308 degrees true bearing to that Pusho Point lighthouse. Now, all we have to do is to go to our chart, navigational chart, and plot this two-point lighthouse. So the first lighthouse we need to plot is the Libertad. The Libertad is right here. This one is the Libertad. So as it says that Libertad is about 8 degrees true. So 8 degrees true. Need to use our compass rose. Go to your Libertad. So we have here Libertad. Then make your line of position. This one. And the next will be the Pusho Point lighthouse. The Pusho Point lighthouse is right here, and it's about 308 degrees true. 308. So we have here 308 degrees true to the Pusho Point lighthouse. The Pusho Point lighthouse is right here. This one. So all we need to do is to drag our ruler down, then locate the Pusho Point. So here's our Pusho Point. This one, then put your part. So the first one is Libertad. Libertad of about 8 degrees true. And this one will be Pusho Point of about 308 degrees true. So here we can now locate the 278 degrees true bearing of our ship. 278. So we have here 278. Make sure that it's accurate enough. This one, that one, then that's our 278 degrees true. 200 degrees true by 10 knots. So this part will be our cross bearing. So we have here a position, this one by 1430, 1430, and then correctly plotted the course line at 278. This is our course line of 278 degree at 1430. And then next we have to determine the coordinates of a fixed position of 1430. So this is our fixed position. So we have to get the longitude and the latitude of that fixed position at 1430. So all we need to do is this one, so our latitude is, since we have here 11 degrees and 45, therefore the lower part is 44, 43, 42. So 45, 44, this one 44, 43, and 42. 42.2, 42.4, 42.6, 42.8. So it's about 42.9. So that will be our latitude. 11 degrees and 42.9. Now for the longitude scaling of this fixed position of about 1430, so all we need to do is, again, we have to use our triangle ruler. So it says here that 122 degrees, so it means that this part will be 121. So 121 and 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, and 55. 54.2, 54.4, so it's about 54.5. 121 degrees and 54.5 minutes. That will be our longitude. Now the next thing we need to do is, we have here a 40 minutes push point lighthouse bears about 60 degrees through with a distance of 3.2 nautical miles. So first we need to locate our push point lighthouse. It's right here. And it's about 60 degrees through. 60 degrees through is right here in our compass rose. That one. 60 degrees through. Then drag your triangle ruler down to that push point lighthouse. That one. Then make a line of position. And then it says it's about 3.2 nautical miles. So we need our compass divider, then 3.2. Since we have here in our scaling 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. So therefore this will be our 1 nautical mile from 45 to 46. So we got to have a 3.2 nautical miles. So this will be 1, 2, 3, and then 0.2, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. So we have a 0.2 right here. 11 and 0.2. Again, 1, 2, 3.2. This will be the point. This will be our 3.2 nautical miles. Then put this to our push point lighthouse and then mark this part. This one. So that part will be our push point lighthouse by 60 degrees through of 3.2 nautical mile. That one. But then the OOW altered the course of 16 degrees through by 10 knots. Still, it got the same speed by 10 knots, but it altered the course 16 degrees through. So the 16 degrees through is right here. This one. So all we need to do, make sure that it's accurate, and then drag the ruler down to our this part, since it altered the course. Then make a line of position, and we'll name it as course of 16 degrees through by a speed of 10 knots. Then the next thing, at 15:54 hundreds or hours, the Nasong Point Lighthouse bears at 30 degrees relative to that ship's heading. So since the Nasong Point Lighthouse is about 30 degrees relative. So our ship's course is about 16 degrees true. So 30 plus 16 is equals to 46 degrees true. Now, since we get the Nasong Point Lighthouse at 46 degrees true, then we need to plot the line of position of the Nasong Point Lighthouse. So here is our 46 degrees true, and then locate our Nasong Point Lighthouse. The Nasong Point is right here. This one, as you have seen, that will be our Nasong Point Lighthouse. So make a line of position. We'll name it as Nasong Point Lighthouse of about 54 hundreds, 46 degrees true. And then the last thing we need to do is to plot the Nasong Point Lighthouse after 30 minutes. So this will be the course after 30 minutes. But it has a 30 degrees relative. So still Nasong Point Lighthouse is equals to 30 degrees, 90 degrees relative plus 16 degrees is equals to 90 plus 16. So we got 106 degrees relative. So this will be the course that we are going to plot. 106 degrees relative. True. Here is our 106. This one. Then bring your triangle ruler at the Nasong Point Lighthouse. So this one. And we'll name it as Nasong Point Lighthouse of 24 hours of 106 degrees true. So again, this will be our line of position of the Nasong Point Lighthouse after 30 minutes with a 90 degrees relative. So the true bearing is 106 degrees relative. So this will be our line of position of Nasong Point Lighthouse at 1624. And now we need to focus at the 1510. So the 1510 is right here, because as it says combined bearing and range. So this will be our 1510. So this will be the fix of 1510 hours. This one. Then we need to get the fixed position or the latitude and longitude of this 1510. So 1510. This one. This will be our fixed position of 1510. So again, we have here, try to zoom in, 11 degrees, still 11 degrees and 45. So 44, 45, 44, 43. So this will be the latitude, 1510. It's about 44.2. 11 degrees and 44.2. And for the longitude, we got right here 1510. So we have here of about 121 degrees and 45, 46, 47, 48. So it's exactly 48 minutes. 121 degrees and 48 minutes. Now we need to plot the dead reckoning at 1554. So located your position at 1554. So the 1554 of the nothing point is right here. So we need to make sure that it's about the distance run after a 44 minutes. So in order for us to get the the distance after the 44 minutes run, so we have here at 1510, then we have here at 1554. 1554 minus 1510 is equals to 44 minutes. 44 minutes divided by 60 is equals to 0.73 hours. So the distance run is equivalent to 0.73 hours from here to there. Then since we have to know the nautical miles, the distance run, so 0.73 multiplied by 10 knots because we have a speed of 10 knots right here. So 10 knots, 7.73 hours times 10 knots is equals to 7.3. Then 7.3, so we need to have a latitude scaling right here. So zoom in, 7.3. So what we have here 11 degrees, so we need to start right here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But since 0.3, so 0.2, so 0.3 between right here. So we have again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then 0.3 is right here. So we need to remember this part. It's about 7.3. This one. Then need to plot our location about 7.3. So this will be our 7.3 nautical miles. We need to plot the course, locate the deer position at 1554 of Nasong Point. So basically, we need to plot a dead reckoning right here. Dead reckoning. So this will be our notation of dead reckoning. So that will be our dead reckoning at 1554. And now for the running fixed position of 1624, transfer the first LOP of the TR position. So since it says here in the scenario description that this course, so from 1554 it runs for 30 minutes by 10 knots, so half of 10 knots is equals to 5 nautical miles. So 5 nautical miles, we have here our scaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 nautical miles. This one. And then from your DR position, we have here. Since we got the 1554 of the Nasong Point, we got about 46 degrees true. 46 degrees true. It's right here. This one. 46. Then bring your triangle ruler to that part. This one. Again, 46 degrees true. To that 5 nautical miles run after 30 minutes. Then make your line of position right here. And then we got a fixed position. We got a fixed position right here. So we'll name it as R fix of 1624 hours. And lastly, the thing we need to do is to locate the coordinates of running fixed position of 1624, the latitude and the longitude. So first is the latitude. Latitude. then it's about 11 degrees and 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 54.4, point 2, point 4, point 6, point 7. It's about 11 degrees and 54.7. And now for our longitude, so we need to use our triangle ruler and then locate this 1624 running fix. So this will be the one. And then we have here a 121 degrees, 121 degrees and 45.50. It's about 50.2.3, point 5, 121 degrees and 50.5. That will be our longitude. So here is our plotted chart. And I think that's all. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.